So that was it. That was good. I gotta give Illuminati credit. Hold on one second, yeah. Yeah, I gotta give Illuminati credit. that was a valiant, stalwart effort they made in trying to stop the show today. As y'all can see, I went into the chambers, and now we got the gold mic. So I think we can put this down. Can we put this down? Y'all can hear me, right? We back in effect. See? They miscalculated who they was fucking. That's what it is. I'm the king of niggery. you think you can stop me like that? Imagine that. Freedom. Got Lord Shallah, you caught the intro finally. Harmony, equality. So yeah, we had a couple of we had a couple of false starts today. They we had some technical issues, but we back on the scene here for the Forgotten Prophet show. So what's the deal? What's going on out there? We only got a handful of people. They'll be in a minute. As soon as they realize that this is the real deal this time. We live with sound. You got a question? Okay, Harmony Equality has a question. Well, so you so never mind. You don't feel like it tonight. So we already know. It wasn't so much as a question as it was. You ready to take some shots, but we could. That's what I'm saying. What you had the whole room here waiting for the question, and then you renege. See? Halftime. Okay, we'll part you this one time. This one time we'll let it slide. Try to wait, we got a few more people on the What Did I Miss crew to get in here. But we really we ain't gotta wait for them. See, we could see. Here's the thing. Here's the thing that you learn lessons wherever you learn them, right? And then it's like you don't absorb them. You don't understand it. You don't understand it to the fullest degree. When the person is telling you, like, you understand what they telling you, but then as time goes on, you have certain experiences that kind of make the message and the lesson more clear. And so, one of the things this year, man, is realizing that, you know, I mean, you always realize it, but at the end of the day, right? You come here, meaning the knowledge of self, right? And we talk about the science of civilization, but in reality, the forgotten prophet was the first person that taught me civilization and righteousness. And see, that's what happens. People come here and they think that there's a different definition of civilization and righteousness. And you come here and you start thinking that, civilization and righteousness is only knowing your lessons. That you could walk around, being obnoxious, walk around, just being, dealing with inequality in your endeavors with other people. But the first person that taught you, right, to be civilized, wash your face and brush your teeth. When you put on your clothes, present yourself a particular way. Don't just be hitting other people. Don't steal. Don't lie. See, all those things in that degree, you didn't learn that when you got here. Yeah, I got civilization and righteousness from him too. But see, they was different kind of people. Look, see, my pops, right? His born day is coming up. It's next week. So we're gonna get into that, right? But they different characters. You see my pops, right? This is one of the things that illustrate what I'm saying, right? See, my pops used to box. So see, he showed me how to fight, but then he's philosophical about it. Like, look, don't be using this. Look, if you could avoid a fight, avoid it. Like, if people call you a punk, don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. If you just avoid the fight. The problem is that by the time he told me that, right, my mom had already gave me her solution, right, which is, look, if somebody hit you, hit them back. That's it. No conditions. Glasses, they could be smaller than you. She didn't say nothing about male or female. So see, by the time he told me that, I was like, yeah, well, mommy already gave me a way to handle that. So, that's one of the reasons why I say that thing where they say, look, let the women take care of the child up to 6 years old, and then he go with nah. Because I lived it firsthand. Self-help Bill said I got the same lesson from my mom too. So see, we could talk about, the things that he taught me, but like I said, he got to show. Look, right now we got a cluster. Well, I got a cluster of people that's close to me, right? I got my mother, my father, and my firstborn son, right? Is all within like a week and a half in terms of they born dates. Harmony says she got the same lesson from her mother. So you see what I'm saying? But look, we've seen recently that, protecting our culture is a thing. We've seen that recently. That, yeah, that part counts. Luke Cage, what's the deal? But see, that's what happens when people come into the knowledge sometimes. Right? Is that you go all the way up there. You up in the clouds. You talking about levitating, all of this stuff, right? But you forgot the basic lessons. You forgot that, every level God prepare you for the next level. And see, if you come here, right, and you was unprepared, cause see, that's who those people are. See, that's my knowledge and wisdom, right? Ever since the planet was first founded for me. So see, some people don't have that mecca. They don't have that idea, right? They don't have that idea that they could go back to, right? Where it's, we was raised a certain way. With certain things is good, certain things is bad, certain things is right, certain things is wrong. And see, we pay attention to that in the knowledge, right? You want to know what's your tree. Who said what to who? But what about that part of the tree? Because see, like I said, you come here, right, and you don't know how to read and write. You got to learn how to read and write. If you come here, you don't know how to deal with refinement, then you got to learn how to deal with refinement. But see, all those elements of mathematics, right? Our parents was living them out, but they didn't have supreme mathematics. So you got to remember, it's a difference between somebody telling you a lie, right? The 10%, right, is telling you a lie. That's a false statement made with the intention of deceiving you. See, it's a difference when the person tells you to believe in Christianity and they don't believe in it. But the person is held responsible for what they know is right. So that's the level of knowledge that they had. But in this day and time, we see that, look, every level. Every degree of it. So just like in the lessons, where, when you deal with the knowledge degree in the 1 to 10, it tells you about the original man. Right? And what he do. Now you get to the knowledge degree in the 1 to 14, it tells you about, goes into more detail. What's the details of all those things you see right there when they say cream of the planet Earth. And then they ask you, why is it the devil settled on the best part? So you're going more into the details if you could draw it up. See, when you go into the knowledge of greater than 1 in 40, you go more into the details if you could draw it up. So it's the same thing. You get here, right? And, we learn things like, look, wisdom bring about a bad culture. Which means, two people speaking at the same time is not going to lead to an understanding. Because nobody's doing the knowledge. Where's the knowledge? But see, we already learned that. It's just that, a lot of us fool ourselves and convince ourselves, right, that sometimes we don't have a choice but to do unrighteous, whatever it is. But see, that's the part when I say that. Look, the knowledge is not for people that don't already have that. The knowledge is for people that's on 6.99999. See, the first people that taught me how to think for myself. But see, that's the science with the truth. Is see, you gotta accept it. See, these are the things that be confusing you. Because you're trying to analyze the knowledge as some other thing that's separate. You trying to see it as the this esoteric kind of thing, right? And then look, it happened to me too. Because you first come into the knowledge and you hear people, they speaking, and the way they speaking, yo, Divine, I meant to call you back too, man. I've been in here fucking with the machine and shit for the last couple weeks. But and you hit me, I was in the middle of a whole I gotta hit you back. But what I was saying though, right, is that it happened to me too, right? You come into the knowledge and you hear people, using all these big words and ideas and concepts and everything, right? And then you hear the tape of Allah speaking. And when you hear the tape, at least for me, first of all, I had a barrier because his accent was so thick that I, at the time I really, I'm sitting there looking around the room like, yeah, I understand, let alone the quality of the recording, because, by the time I'm hearing it the first time, it's probably how many re-recordings, who knows? But the parts that I do understand, it's kind of like, yeah, he's talking regular. But if you look at if you listen to the first things he's telling them the same thing their parents already told them. Go to school. See, it's not a mystery science. It's not a esoteric thing. Like, yeah, it's understanding. We know that all things, right, cannot be seen by the naked eye. But at the same time, we know that it can't be seen by the naked eye, but it still got to distill back to right here. See, those are the sciences why is people is finding it difficult to reach out to the young, because you try and teach it. See, everybody, you come into the knowledge. That's one of the things is that the people that you around, they able to uh, explain things that you dealing with, problems that you have. They got solutions for them. But if all your solutions is you got to study something, you got to study some science about something that's on the other side of Pluto, right? It'll be just like it is. Yeah, peace to the guys. That's all. When you around, I love to hear you talk that stuff, man. But see, they don't know how to put it like that, right? But your word is not bond. Meaning is you ain't making those words manifested in a way, right, that really, stop us and make us do the knowledge to that degree where we want to internalize that. And see, that's one of the reasons, because you ain't making it real. Even with the science of, that's a science that everybody was encouraged to develop, is the ability to speak on supreme mathematics, to speak on supreme alphabet, to speak on the lessons, right, without quoting them. So see, now you could go into any atmosphere. See, trust me, some of the most, the brothers that, they the most, like they overdoing it. In terms of, being a 5%, they just overdoing it. You see, in other atmospheres, they just can't. See, all that's the science of, what we do in particular. See, when we come out into the atmosphere, right, we ain't got no uniform. See, the reason we able to teach people, right, is because we from those people. Like we are those people, and those people are us. You said, what's an example of overdoing it? I mean, when a person just can't talk regular. They got a 1,000 buttons on. It's like they doing all this symbolic stuff. You doing all this symbolic stuff. You know, you talking loud. You know, you saying God at the end of every sentence. Simplicity is the key. Born King, yeah, that's a good way to put it. When a child can't understand them. But see that's I remember saying that in the beginning of this live stream coming out is that, see, if you really understand something, right, you can have a discussion with a college professor, right, on the topic, and you can have a conversation with a 5-year-old on it. If you can't explain something to children, you really don't understand it that good yourself. There's things that people do that they really don't understand, and they're good at it. But see, to know how to do something and to teach it is two different things. Indeed, Born King, that shows that some brothers don't be teaching children because they clearly they don't have no practice at it. Over time, you'll notice that, which I've been here for a minute, but when I'm at the class, right, you've been doing this a while. You know how to get to the nitty gritty. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, I know the questions that I need to ask. You know what I'm saying? Now, yeah, once upon a time, I asked 100 questions. But over time, through culture and refinement, right, what happens? I whittle that down to what really counts. You know what I'm saying? So I have, ways of speaking to various people. You know what I'm saying? If it's children, I know how to speak to them. You see, I don't speak to them the way that I speak to those people, right, that come into the class, and it's like, all right, look, and this is what it is. I tell y'all what it is, right? A person comes into the class, and they're anywhere near my age, right? Okay, that means that it's no way possible that you don't have no experience with the 5%. So look, tell me what happened the first time. I'm talking about people in particular. If you from New York, look, tell me what happened the first time. That you was gonna get it from your cousin and then he got locked up. Whatever happened. Or you had it and then you went away and or you went in the army or whatever happened. That's not the same way, you know what I'm saying, you would build with somebody that's 7 or 8. That question is going to be irrelevant to them. But see, when you forget the knowledge and wisdom ever since the planet was first founded. See, look, you look on the list right here, there's brothers up and down this list right now, right, that can tell you. See, we went through that whole, we look, not just one, we went through cipher after cipher after cipher after cipher. To realize that, we could have listened to our parents from the jump. You see, that's a good story. That's a everybody wants to come from the mud, right? Everybody got it from the mud. Look, I do it myself sometimes, but I catch myself, right? People say, "Look, I'm from the street." No, you're not. You did every sneaky thing you could do to get in the street. You lied about where you was going. You lied about when you was coming back, and you lied about what you was gonna do, what you was gonna be doing while you was over there. Don't get me wrong. You got your cases of people that like I said, whatever maybe some people unfortunately their parents passed away, and then maybe they didn't, But look, even if it was your grandparents. Now, see, where we start the clock at, us as 5%, I'm saying we start the clock from when you got the knowledge, right? We start the clock from this time right now. And now we understand that you're supposed to keep track of that knowledge and wisdom. But see, remember, man, some of the stuff, look, the forgotten prophet, right? And for all of us, right? Look, some of the shit we brag about, some of the shit we talk about, right? We arm, leg, arm, head. Now we know that, depending on what your moms do, you might don't have arm, leg, arm, head. See, when we say we got the power right here to do all this, right? To control, to manipulate. Everybody don't got that. See, all of that counts. You was the Asiatic black man when you came here. See, like all this other stuff, people be telling, listen, man. Some things I am because that's who my parents was. We say, the actual, the substance of your body, right? We black seeds, brown seeds, yellow seeds, tall, short, fat, skinny, run fast, jump high, whatever it is. And just like I said, we see how, people forgetting those lessons, right? People forgetting those basic lessons that we got from back then and then trying to apply this don't really work. It don't really work. Like if like I said, your parents is the first one to tell you don't be lying. So if that's something that is common that you do, right, and then you trying to apply this knowledge, that's not gonna work. See, you look. we not going to do you like Yakub, but you do have to be sent back. We not we not going to take it to the Yakub level, but yeah, you got to be sent back. Because first things is first. You know, Born King, that's it right there where you said some brothers don't be teaching children. You know, that's the real key, man. If you ask me, and see, it's you know, it's a different, you know, because I got children that's been in school, so uh, you know, I know what the atmosphere is over there and everything. Uh, but in all that stuff, see, the knowledge works best when it was in the schools. See, that's what I'm saying, that anybody that's close to my age, right? You couldn't go to New York City schools and not encounter the guys. You know what I'm saying? And just in general, right? When you deal with children, right? Anything that you put in a mix, right? Anything you put in a atmosphere, it's gonna spread like wildfire. You know, it could be a dance, it could be a cold, whatever it is. If you put it in the midst of children, what's going on? Looked like we had a little difficulties for a second there, but you know, if you put it in the midst of children, it's going to spread. And see, that's one of the problems, right? Is that, see, like, if I'm doing an event, right, or I have an activity, that's one thing. But what I look like going up to the elementary school or the high school for that matter, or the college for that matter, right? You know, interacting with the people. See, like Shallah said, you got to come to the people as the people. The people that's like them got to come to them. See, that's what a lot of the problem is that you got all these, you know, in some cases senior citizens, right? Talking about they doing stuff for kids that they really can't relate to. See, like, look, I was speaking to somebody today, right? And let's say he's like around understanding power, you know, and we was talking about the Zoe Pound situation, and he was saying that for him, right, the artist formerly known as Lord Jamar is, you know, he's not a big deal because he wasn't around for the 90s. Like, he, you know what I'm saying, he was born in like 91. Is, oh, did I say Zoe Pounds? Shout out to Zoe Pounds, because we don't want to affiliate them with this type of nonsensory. So that's why we call him Zoe Ounces. We call him Zoe Ounces. But like I was saying, you know, the younger brothers in the knowledge, they, you know what I'm saying, they wasn't around, so to them, he's a dude from Vlad. Like they've never really, you know, they didn't hear uh you know, slow down and all of this. And then even when they hear it, it's like, you know, alright, but yeah, there's, you know. See, that's the look. That's one of the important things, man, about the nation, man. Yeah, Allah taught all of us because he's the foundation. He's the foundation, right? But see, Allah taught the couple brothers, and then they taught some brothers, and then they taught some brothers, and see, we all had a part to do with this. He do his thing. We watched the video yesterday. We watched the video yesterday from uh, Positive Force. But I think I did that. That's a good rant. That's a good rant right there. We should throw some music on because you know, you don't wanna always preach to the choir. That's one thing that like back in the days I used to always wonder about, right? Is that we be at the rally and somebody would be yelling at something or yelling about something, right? And it's like, yeah, but we not the people that's doing that. Why don't you go outside? the, the people that's doing what you saying, they still back in the neighborhood and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, but at the end of the day, we just, you know, we don't know who's watching. You know what I mean? So we don't know what level they on. And like I said, we gotta make it relate to all the people. Cause see, we here to teach the whole world. You know, that's all places and all times. The other day I saw when I was at the rally, I saw Hashim, uh, Born God, and who else was there? It was Hashim, Born God, and was it Khalid? I don't think it was Khalid. No, was it Khalid? But all these brothers like 85. 85 years old, I'm saying. not, not 85%. They are righteous brothers. But they like 85 years old. And look, when I seen them, they outside kicking it. Ain't no wheelchairs and none of that. And then, of course, we had it in particular. We had a children's event for Allah's born day there. So we had kids all the way down. But I'm saying even brothers that you see brothers there in they early 20s. But besides the children, like I'm saying, people that you would see in ciphers together with each other. Now look, what's the thing? What's the thing that causes that to happen? What's the thing that gives that gives us the ability to do that? That's not rhetorical, by the way. What is the thing? What is the thing, right, that makes us be able to come into a cipher, right, with people that's 85, right, and people that's 20? What's the thing that makes us one? Like, see, if you go with your family, right? If you go with your family, you might be your great grandparent might be there. What brings y'all together is the blood. You know what I'm saying? The family line. So that's what makes y'all able to relate. Like if y'all was talking about music, right? They don't listen to the same music as you. If y'all was talking about clothes, y'all probably couldn't relate. But when y'all talking about the family and the family memories and how this person is doing and how that person is doing, that's the thing that the glue right there, right? There's a glue with us too. So self-I builds to the knowledge. Born King said, like it tracks, right? The original Mr. 120 is in the building. So what's that thing, right, that we could glue like that? Lord Shalom said the glue that binds. See, our glue is supreme mathematics. See, that's the thing that regardless in what time, right, that still applies. See, supreme mathematics, right, is like if you see a building over there, right, and you see a building over there, right, and you want to know how those two buildings relate to each other, right, you're going to say, well, this building got this many floors. That's a number. You're going to say this building got this many square feet. That's a number. See, in all reality, supreme mathematics is at the base of all the glue. Where, different people, if they say, okay, let's say the police, right? We looking for this person right here. We think they about this age. That's a number. We think they're about this tall. That's a number. We think they weigh about this much. That's a number. But see, if like I said, if we came to the rally and just started talking about music, I mean, I know me for one, certain people, I'm like, all right, look, I gotta get out of here. If you're gonna be playing your music, I gotta get out of here. But see, look, at one time it was like that. Well, I used to do that. Like Shalal, you ever noticed this back in the days? Like, see, you one of them brothers that you write on the cusp. So see, depending on what day, right, you was a different side, right? But it was a time where you could come to the rally and you could kind of see the time range. Like you could see the people, from the 60s, right? They had their suits on, but they was more conservative. Like they was more conservative, than the brothers from the 70s, right? They had their suits on, but they more boisterous with theirs. The hats is bigger. the, the, the hats is bigger. You know what I'm saying, in the 70s, you know what I mean? Then you get to the 80s, right? And we got the baseball hats. You could tell, and then the brothers from the 90s would have dreads when they started coming. But when I first came, to me, I could kind of tell. And then you had those brothers like Shalad that was right on the cusp where some days you would see him with his big hat. And some days you see him with his baseball cap. You know what I'm saying? But, so I'm saying that those is all different times. And, so if it was just based on that, right? If you just looked at how everybody was dressed, it looked like we was all going someplace different. But what brought us all in the same place, man, and able to relate, and where that didn't even matter. It didn't matter, you from this place, you from that place. When, at that time, when you got there, if you knew your math and how to use it, right, and you was a righteous brother, at least to us. But now it's a little bit more right, we all spoke the same language. It's a little more what's the word? See, it's a little more, it's more friendship based. See, when like Shalai saying, when we all speak the same language and you come in speaking Chinese, then we like, all right, look, you can stay, but you got to do the knowledge. But see, now there's somebody to say, oh, nah, we should let everybody speak. Yeah, we about to throw some tracks on, but see, the way I had to rig this up right now, right? I had to hook the mic. The mic is hooked up into the what's in it, so we got to switch the wire here real quick, and then we're gonna throw something else on. I think we got two more. I think we got two more that we're gonna rock tonight. You know what I'm saying? But really, right now, I'm just finishing cooking up right now, and in a minute you're gonna be tired. You're gonna be tired of how much stuff I'm gonna drop. With the what's your names? Yeah, I haven't. You know what? I still haven't gotten too deep into that. Only because you know why? Before I get into the automatic stuff, right? I like to do it manually so that I fully understand what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you get this whole, you hook up too much stuff, and then it's like when you need to change it, you don't really know how to change it because you never really understood it. The knowledge be like that. Where the person, they know the lessons, but they never really understood it. So now when it comes time for you to, you might be dealing with a situation where you got to apply more than one lesson. More than one lesson might apply in that situation, but you never fully understood it. See, that's a situation where, like I said, look, how many times did you manifest that the planet Earth is 196,940 square miles, right? Now that calculation is based on a globe. Now, based on your conversation with Professor Dave, right? This is what I'm saying. This is my thought process, right? Based on your conversation with Professor Dave, right? It's clear that you never understood. You never understood when you was asked, what's your understanding of that degree? When you was asked, how is this the case? This 196,940,000 square miles, right? Whatever you said, you never understood that. You was just repeating some stuff that you heard in a pattern, but you never understood really what you was saying. And so now, somebody can come and tell you, right, that the sun is 30 miles away, and you can accept that. Without much resistance. So, just applying that same principle, that's why it's like, I got the templates, I got them all ready to use it, but right now, because I watched him do it when he was showing the template. So I'm using all of the stuff that he did, but I'm doing it manually before I get too caught up. He said, is there anywhere we can buy or support NGE books or merch? Well, I got a shirt that you can click the link. You can click the link in the comment box. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's what you're talking about. But in terms of, official literature, nah, but I mean, you got people, Wise Prince got a book, Supreme Understanding, Star Mail got books. You know what I'm saying? It's literature that's out there. You know what I'm saying? Of all different types. You got some that specifically, about the nation, and because you said support. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Sunya's got books. You see, those types of things, right? Those are the type of things where, we got to be interacting with each other to really, know that, this person is over here, and they got this skill or this talent, or they got access to this material. Divine truth. So let's see, man. Let's throw on. Okay, now somebody tell Miss Sylvia Robinson over here. somebody, somebody tell Miss Sylvia Robinson over here that she has to, she has a batch like this. I got you, but not that one. I gotta finish something up. Hold up, we got one more. Let's see. It's what did we do? Okay. It's you got a number of joints. I'm saying. We gotta give some other people some chances. You gotta let some other people get a chance to get some tracks. I'm saying. Do I have any outside music producers or artists that I want to work with? Well, yeah, all of this is for other people. Well, I tell you what. Why don't you do that? Look, send me the other ones back, and I'll send you this one. Right. See, right now, I'm working on Black Man's project too. So we'll see. Look, I, let's see what happens the next time I touch the what's the names. But look, I got a Medina. What's the deal? I got one more. I got one more on the rack right here. So let's see. Let's see how that works out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, those is the ones that, you know, are fresh, but we got some other ones we could throw on. We got some other ones we could throw on. But we take our time. You said work with Weather Park. Who's Weather Park? You gotta remember, I'm old school. See, look, that's what I'm telling you too. Equalities. That's how we used to do back in the time. Like, you know, I'm in the olden days, right? You gave somebody, you know, a batch of beats or whatever, right? And then you already know they're not going to take all of them. You know, a certain of them, you know, whatever. So, you know, they might not take none of them. And then they say whatever, and then you give them another batch until they end up getting the ones that they want. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the, you know, how, you know, that's how I you know, how we used to do it. But you know, this is the digital world now, so you know, it's whatever. I don't know how it's, I don't know. I don't know how it works. Yeah, see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You see what you say right there? I take all of the beats. See, that's the part. That's the part that you know, I was kind of. I was subconsciously aware. That's what I mean when I say, look, let me preserve some, you know, let some other people get a little bit of fire. So, oh, Dirty's other son, yeah, nah, I don't know if I met him. Well, I probably met him, but I can't place him right now. You'll make good use of them. I bet you will. You said, what's my favorite bill? One you learned from OG you can't forget. You know, one thing, and look, I know that the train has left the station on this, but I just it's just a pet peeve of mine when people use bill as a noun. Bill is a verb, and people say, you know, what's your bill on this? You know, we never used to say that. You know, what's your understanding on this? Right? Or you know, how you see this, you know, or but it just, you know, or people would say, yo, we had a build on this topic. We used to say we had a cipher on that. You know what I'm saying? But look, I know that I'm not even fighting that battle. I'm not like of all the things, right? I would just accept that that was, you know, I don't concede defeat often, but yeah, I got that one. You said, well, I don't work with young drill rappers. I don't know how to do the drill beats. But nah, you know, don't worry about it. Ain't nothing, because, like I said, it's used so much now that, you know, if you get into knowledge now, that's how you learning to use the word. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know how to do the drill music beats. You know, I don't know how to do the drums. I guess, you know, ultimately, you know, you could take my drums off and put those drums on, but I don't know how to do it. And see, I'm one of them people, right, that when I see some people doing something, right, you know, a lot of times I assume they good at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's another way of looking at things where, you know, every time you see somebody, you're like, I could do that. Man, it's nothing. You know, I don't really think so. I've never even attempted to do that. Yeah, to me, yeah, the language part of it, yes, is diluted. Where, like, you know, when you communicate these words is, and see, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, you changing the word into some concept that you got here, and you forgetting that, nah, that's a verb. Like, see, you know, back in our time when you had to look up, when you had to look it up in the dictionary. See, so that's when you know it's going to be clear. But you know, if you getting it more from just the way how people using it, then it kind of comes like that. You know what I'm saying? But you said what's my favorite? So you asking what's my favorite jewel? Let's say that. That's the type of language we used to use, right? What's my favorite jewel that I got from one of the older guys? Uh, Study your lessons. How about that? Because you know, listen, man. It was a daily thing. Nah, see, listen. Don't be scared to ask a question. You know, I'm getting older now, so you might ask me a question and I go off on another rant before I answer your question, right? But don't be scared to ask your question. You understand what I mean? If anything, you know, if you learn something from what I said, then absorb that. You see what I mean? But if see if you sit around and not ask no question, then you would be one of those people that I'm talking about. That you would be here talking to us, having a whole conversation, and you don't really understand what you're dealing with. Joey Badass, I don't know Joey Badass. If I knew him, and you know. But you know, like I said, it was so many things, man. You know, but look, that was in the beginning. You know, a lot of times, you know, you get a whole bunch of stuff, but look, you gotta go back to the beginning. You know, like look, the Build a Destroy degree in the 140 is great and fantastic. You see, if you don't know the knowledge degree, right? If you don't know the knowledge degree, then you don't know who the Son of Man is. Then you still at square one. Because you don't know who's causing all this to happen is really the point. So, you know, ask your questions. Don't wait. You see, because, you know, especially in this day and time, right? You know, we just went, what day was that? Saturday? You know what I'm saying? You know, one of the first brothers from Medina. You know what I'm saying? And then if people don't manifest that knowledge, then that's it. It's done. You ain't gonna rub no crystal ball. You ain't gonna rub no crystal ball, and then a voice, a voice from Dumar is gonna come out of nowhere and tell you what he would have said in this situation, or what he would have said about this topic. You know, the you know, like the Ouija board and all that. When you summon the spirits back. And ask them what they. That's not this science. I don't care what you read in Eastern philosophy. I don't care what you read from ancient Egypt. I don't care about your witchcraft, Valkyries. I'm saying that's not this science. You know, we got to get our swings in right now, bro. and, then, I mean, look, you could ask around some other people, but I never heard it. I never heard no science about death. I never heard no science about after death, what's gonna happen to you. Not even, nothing more than, your energy is gonna go back to the universe. But I ain't never, nobody ain't never told me they spoke to Allah after July 12th, 1969. I ain't never heard nothing about that. This is science of life, so you got to get it in. You got to get it in right now while you can control the life. Because like I said, the energy could go. You got energy all around you. But this amount that we got inside of us, so we can control that right now. In terms of, how we interacting out here. This is what you gotta do. Divine God, 793rd. But 793rd, he way back at the beginning. He probably won't catch up to us in this episode. 793rd goes to the beginning of the live. He goes to the beginning of the live and listens to it double speed till he catches up. See, that's what I'm saying. You can say peace to him. He ain't he ain't gonna catch it till he catch up. JPF falling. You know why I've been ignoring you today, JPF falling? But you haven't said much. But I'm noticing that since I've been, it's you and there's the other guy. Who's the other guy? That always says he knows the science of self and other than self. But I'm going to tell you what it is about y'all that I notice. Is that y'all are taking away from the patience that I have for people that's a little bit off in real life. Like there's a brother that, like you could be talking to him like how we talking right now, and then the next thing he's talking about the planet Zebulon or something. And I've noticed other people noticed it. Like other people, they noticed. They was like, "Yo," as soon as he walk in the room, they was like, "Yo, just the look on your face." And I think that might have something to do with it. Although he did tell me something the other day, right? That for the first time I was like, you know what? Taking that into consideration, now you still wild for the night, man. But he said that he had some type of brain injury. So yeah, I made that conscious decision, JP had fallen not to yeah, I can't spend too much of my patience. And then I guess that's what it is too, is that, uh maybe in person my tolerance level is lower. I don't know. I think it's still pretty good. What other beats I got? I got some stuff lined up over here. Is it music time? I got cause I got some 1970s. I got some 1970s. Hey, look, Shalab said. Hey, Shalab, you ever heard that? You ever heard somebody say that? They talk to Allah. I didn't hear that one, man. Hey, look, that'll be something. Look, I think we had to exile you, son. I think we had to exile you for that. That's like immediate exile. Hey, look, I would have to ask you, right? If you seen him, right? Was he like translucent? You know how they be showing you the ghosts where like you see them, but you can see through them a little bit. Hey, look, and has he gained weight, man? Hey, listen, that would be crazy. When's the last time I went down south? Well, unfortunately, that was when my old earth returned to the essence. That's the last time. I mean, yeah, it's getting like that, just in general in my family. It's ah, but what is this? Oh, that's we got. So you know what? Let's go ahead. We're gonna fire this up. This something right here, guys. This is a. I like my 1970s. You know, my 1970s cop show. My 1970s cop show beats. This right here. This is more like a little. This not so much Starsky and Hutch. A little more Dan Tanner. Y'all remember Dan Tanner? No, I think the name of the show was Vegas. The name of the show was Vegas, and the dude's name was Dan Tanner. One or the other. And he had to jump off where he used to drive the car into his apartment. I'm the only one that remembers that. So let's refire this. All right, look. I need an agent in there. I need an agent to deal with Miss Sylvia Rowe for me, Miss Sylvia Robinson over here. Because I won't have any tracks left. It's like one of those things, right? Where one time my uncle told me a story, right? That the potato chip factory used to be right across the street from the house. So one day the potato chip man comes and he's taking the boxes out and he's putting the boxes on the sidewalk, right? And there's this dude that every time he puts the boxes there, the dude is coming and taking the boxes and he putting them somewhere across the street. And then him and his friends is taking the boxes and they hide them somewhere in their stash spot. And so when you look on the block, you see the potato chip man and the dude that's stealing from him looking like, damn, I know I was. That's how you doing me with the beats, man. I know I had some beats. What is? You met a couple people said they talked to? I ain't never meet nobody said they talked to. JPF One said Allah gives you supreme wisdom. The creator Allah, that's the jewels when he gives it to you. Now look, I know that's supposed to be, I don't know where that's from. But after I read that, right, I feel like saying no Diddy. Because whoever's this Allah, I don't want him giving me no jewels. Just the way you worded that. The jewels when he gives it to you. I don't think that's for me. Yeah, pause. Thank you. Pause. Yeah, he's stupid. He said, why you at 5% of space during Ramadan? Why would you say something like that to him, man? Where's the, see, let's go back in there. See, now we done been so far, I don't know what some of the stuff is no more. We'll see right now. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to really, because you know what, I just really got up. I got up like the equality hour. So I didn't get an opportunity. I did a little, we getting a little better with the ins and outs here. So, you hear little drops in there and everything and a little, but I ain't get a chance to really deal with that one. You know what I'm saying? But whatever this is over here, we'll see what this is in a minute. Pull that up. What is this? See what that's about in a minute. Yo, did anybody notice? Has anybody noticed that I haven't really been doing too much stretching today? Like my neck and everything? I'm starting it. I told you, got about 30 days. I told you I was on a little like 30-day timetable where I'll be back in effect. JPF Fallen says, you worship a man, I worship the creator of Allah. I mean, hey, listen. You know, as long as you're fully aware that that man is me, then we could. But I don't know. You know, I don't know who that is that you're talking about. Of course, when you say this creator Allah, I don't know who that is either, but I digress. Somebody already asked you why you over here on Ramadan. You ain't even supposed to be listening to me say the stuff I'm saying. He says, I'm also 5%, but the 5%ers don't have much knowledge. Haven't we already been through this, JPF Fallen? Listen, that's what I think. You know what I came to a conclusion. Remember back in the days when you go in the bathroom and they got like a girl's number written on the wall. Like it says something like, look, for a good time, call this girl right here at this number. That's what I be thinking. That down in Bellevue, right? Our number is written on the wall in there or something. Either that, you know, because I've never been in there myself. I don't know, you know, if it's you know, if that's in the paperwork that they give them upon release, that, you know, this place right here is a resource. You know, you have a feeling, you have a feeling, you know, a little off. You know, just go up here. You know, because it's the way they be so shocked. It's the way they be so shocked. You know, when we respond to them, it's like, you know, they thought That's what it's like. It's like they thought that, I thought this was the place. And I'm gonna tell you another thing I seen, just with the format of at least how I do things, in terms of the civilization class and in terms of the live stream, right? Is that I think people that got a history of mental and emotional challenges, right? They recognize, or to them, this is group therapy. This is how they recognize this format of, because that's what I noticed at some point, they come out and they'll come out and they'll start saying, what they going through, what I'm saying, as if that's what we talking about. Now when you go to group therapy and everybody gotta stand up, you look, my name is this, I used to smoke crack, cocaine, whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's all I could come up with, because the shit is consistent. There's only one other thing I can add to the list. Yeah, I'm telling you, they think it's, look, there was a brother that came to the class one time and he starts talking about the doctors giving you medication that you don't want. Like, it was one of those situations where, how we in the class, right? So, I'm asking questions around the room, but being that he's new to the class, I didn't really ask him nothing. But, he tell you, so he starts saying something like he want to talk, and then, he starts talking about, how the doctors be giving you medicine that you don't want and all this stuff, and it's kind of like, and then he was like offended that, like we didn't want to hear him out. You know what I mean? That everybody is getting things off their chest. Why he can't? And I'm just over here trying to tell him that, listen, bro, I'm not no kind of counselor. You know what I'm saying? This is not what this is here for. I got some things, right, that I didn't conquer or whatever, things I've been through, whatever, however you want to look at it, where, I might expand with somebody, add on with them about how I see a topic based on my experience or something, but I'm not a therapist, bro. And see, like I said, it's not just them, it's y'all too. Is that these are the people, like I said yesterday, right? Before, when somebody was scoped out, they was like, yo, this kid right here, I'm gonna give him the. So yeah, that was our first battery warning right there. So, we play a couple more tracks before this go out, but yeah, people was picked because it's like, oh yeah, he almost there. But see, now you pick the people with the most problems. And your idea is that, if this person just had the knowledge. But see, like I said, you basing that on the friendship of it. You see what I'm saying? Whereas, in that time, like, yeah, I might see some people that I know, right? I might know them from elementary or whatever. Yeah, I still know them. We stop and kick it. But look, if I'm going up to the Ave where the guys is at, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, yo, peace, I see you, I see you when I get back, or, when you get back, or whatever the case may be. But I'm not bringing you up there just based on, you my friend, right? And then you stand in the middle of the cipher and bust open a pack of Twinkies, right? And then now I gotta be like, yo, you know, you gotta understand it. Brothers ain't trying to hear that. See, that's one of the other reasons that these is the people, you know, these is the people that you picking, man. And it's that freestyling stuff too, man. Where, you know, when we manifest the supreme mathematics, right? We know the principles, and then we able to, uh, you know, add our experience in when we manifest in the science, so we making knowledge born. You know what I'm saying? That's not like, you know, other things that they got, you know, a particular hadith. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, we quote the lessons, right? But then, you know, when we go into the understanding, right, we may go into different aspects. You know what I'm saying? Like, we may go into the power degree in 1 and 14, and you may talk about the historical aspects of the Crusades. I may talk about the science of righteousness. You know what I'm saying? Now, we know why we doing that through the science of mathematics, but like you said, for those that don't speak our language, they think we just freestyling. That it's just anything goes that, you know, so, and I heard this shit too. You know, the Lord Jamar, you know, Zoe Ounces, he's over here talking about the world is flat, and you know, it's cool based on freedom of thought. See, freedom of thought, yeah, you can think what you want to think. That don't mean you that's not freedom of being around me. Those are two different things. See, freedom, see that's when they say freedom is not free, that's what it means. You ready to pay the price, right? Whatever's the cost, what it is, for you to do what you gotta do, right? Or you to do what you want to do, you ready to pay it. But that's what you end up getting. You know, all this freestyling. And look, I just said I was going to leave it alone. But look, the way people use the language, or, you know, people use it all types of ways. So, yeah, just freestyle it. But let's see what we got here on the rack. Because y'all know we Look, where's my agent, man? Who's gonna be who's gonna be my agent, man? I need an agent and I need security. Yeah, the rules in music. It's a difference between freestyling and improvisation. We got a lot of freestylers. But like I said, the battery's winding down here. So we got any we got any we got any last questions in here before we winding down slowly, but see, to the people that's new on the live stream, y'all don't know these people. Okay, here we go again. Are you sure you have a question this time? Listen, you gotta talk to my agent. Have your people talk to my people, and we see if we work something out. Hold up, I did. Tomorrow I'm gonna have my wires. I just need one adapter, and then we good. But yeah, I don't know what it is about the. I don't know. Ever since I started playing the music, right? YouTube has been doubling my money. Like per video, uh, I make twice as much. But I'm not getting more views. You know, not that I do it for money, but you know, they put all those commercials. They put all those commercials on my videos, right? And then it's not like if I don't get that money, right, they gonna donate it to the starving kids or something. It ain't like they gonna donate it to the starving kids. They just gonna put it with their other billions. So if they like the beats, we play the beats. Not as much loot as you would think with all the videos. I mean, with all the commercials. See, I got a high RPM, right? But the PM, right, is per thousand, right? I don't get 1,000 views. It actually passed, but it was you know, we was dealing with a little kerfuffle. We was dealing with a little kerfuffle. We didn't get a chance to we didn't get a chance to do it, and you know, we don't want to rush it. Gotta take our time with that one. He said, do you make more if people watch the commercials in its entirety? Nah, I think that what they said, or what they say in the little background stuff is, I think it's like 15 seconds or something that they require for the payment or whatever. But I don't know how it works. They do what they want to do. Oh, today is Joaquin. Today's Joaquin born day. Tell the guy I said peace. You said justice is cut off. Yeah, like I said, I got a lot of. This is the season for me anyway. After this, I got my son is in March, and I got another son in May, daughter in June, daughter in July. But that's it for me. I'm pretty short right now. I got like 4 months left. I got like 4 months left. Uh, and then my youngest daughter is 18. You know what I'm saying? I've been pulling this bit for for 32 years. Wise, I see you when you get home, man. My bid is up. You know what I mean? Unless I go back, I don't know, but looks like I'm getting out. Looks like I'm getting out in July, G. When you getting out like you getting out like 2050. You 2040 something. Yeah, that's what I got. Yeah, straight born days, and then my other daughter though, she's way out. She's in November. Yeah, yeah. You got a ways to go, see. You got to 2043. Woo! That's a serious release date right there, Sam. How many you got in now? You with the lifers? How many years you got in now? Oh yeah, you up here with the lifers, Sam. 25, 25 plus, Sam. Yeah, listen. Self I built. I tell you, you did. Listen, board of education, all these motherfuckers you got to deal with. Listen, see, I'm sure. See, the thing is now, is they will never really fully grow up like that. It's not like in my generation where it's like, yo, you gotta bounce, yo. But this is the thing. When you bounced, it was, life wasn't as hard as now, man. You can't even eat for the whole month for what rent was back then. Shit, is that boom bap style, I guess. I mean, see, to me, a lot of that other stuff is not hip hop. I don't really, for me, it's just hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You start getting all this other stuff, so like the genres, the different hip hop genres that kind of came about after me. So, like for instance, I don't really know the difference between drill and trap. So we did our thing today. We back on tomorrow. Uh, uh, you know, anybody new that came on, welcome to the channel. Hit the subscribe button. VC Round, you've been in the background all this time lurking. See, one thing, VC Round be hiding because he don't want, he hates when I inform people that he's the biggest Knicks fan that side of the Mississippi. How about them? How about them Knicks, VC Round? VC Round bleeds orange and blue. But everybody that made it this far, do each one, teach one, hit the like button. In the meantime, in between time, we're gonna go ahead and sign off, and see y'all tomorrow. Peace.